Hey guys, so welcome back. Let's take a look at what we got over here. We got this Lenovo all-in-one. It's a Windows all-in-one. Like a big tablet, it's nice, light, full OS, i5. It's a nice little machine. It's got a little kickstand back here. And what it's doing is it's an auto repair. Windows auto repair, and it was gradually getting slower and slower till it's stuck in the auto repair. Usually when you have that type of condition where the customer tells you it's been getting slower and slower, generally the culprit is going to be the hard drive. So what we're going to do to check the hard drive on this, you don't have a just basically that just a little cover to take off. We're going to boot it to another OS. Right? So, I mean, if you're going to do this, you would just have to have, we have some drives with Windows on them, and we'll put them on an adapter, and we'll try to boot to them. And it should boot to here. From here, we should be able to take a look at the drive. That way, at the same time, we're verifying the computer's working or not. Now, you could have a drive that's so messed up that even Windows has a problem booting up. Let's find out what happens here. You got to try to guess all the computers are going to have a function key to select to boot or to get into the BIOS. Sometimes it's escape, F10, delete. Many times it'll give you a quick note on the screen as to which one it is. Lenovo's, I'm going to take a look. Lenovo's sometimes have a little pinhole. See, I don't want that auto repair. So, no pinhole in this one. So it's going to probably take a little bit to try to figure that out. I'm just going to force shut it down. It didn't give us any message as to what would be either the boot key, either the boot key or the BIOS key. If we get into the BIOS, we'll just have it boot from the external USB. Oh, alright, so I don't know which one it was. I was hitting F1, F2, F8. So, one of those. So, we're going to go here to startup. They got secure boot disabled. What's strange is they have here, to boot to legacy first. I don't know why. I wonder if their operating system is set up in legacy. So we're going to go UEFI first, but that's still not going to help us. Where are the... where don't see an option that's fine. Okay, so it's late at night, I guess. The boot sequence. All right, so we're going. Okay, so it should boot right to it. It's set up right now. CD-ROM. There's no CD-ROM on this thing. So the boot sequence. I don't know if you can see that. So it's got, that makes sense. Okay, that one is excluded, perfect. So you got the, we're gonna boot to the USB hard drive, and then afterwards to the, okay, so it's set up to boot to any USB first. Okay, that's fine. Okay, no, that's fine then. I'm gonna go UEFI first. I don't know why that was set up any different. Okay, let's try it. Should boot to that external SSD. If not, then we're gonna take a look at the disassembly options, which I'm sure is not gonna be too bad, and we can just pop out the drive and just check it there. 90% it's gonna be the drive. The negative part about booting in to a whole nother operating system is that it's gonna go through that whole startup sequence, setting up all the drivers and all that. But in the end, it gives you the opportunity to kind of check the whole computer, make sure it's working. So hopefully it's booting to the SSD and not creating another failed boot attempt from the internal drive. Alright, we're going to watch that go round and round. Let me get some more information about this unit. What is this thing? We're gonna do that picture didn't work. Yeah, so this is not going to get to the desktop, and generally it's when you get a really bad drive, that's what's going to happen. I didn't find any tutorials online. I didn't find any YouTube videos online, so we're going to just have to wing this one. Let's see what we can find. So this will be one of the first ones up on YouTube for it. So hopefully it goes well. I also looked for Lenovo on the Lenovo site for the unit, and it didn't have anything either. No screws visible. There might be a screw underneath here. Probably is. And this seems like some type of tab. So let's see what we got. Looks like there probably is a screw under here. There isn't. So we'll just re-glue this back. Huh. No screw. Wow. There's not going to be a screw under here. Sometimes on the laptops you have one of these thin, actually this might have a screw right here. So on some of the HP laptops they have like these thin, rubber feet. And what I do, this one I didn't do it because it's too thick. But when it's thin, if you just rub your finger along it, and you might feel like a hole. Like this one I do. If I go there, I feel like a little hole, a little indentation there. So there actually might be a screw there. And that's what I've seen on the HP laptops. As you run, you feel like a little hole, bump it goes in, and then that tells you that there's probably a hole there. Either way, these are little just rubber. Just make sure, take your time peeling them off. You don't want to ruin them. I mean, there's a gap. Yeah, there's a screw right there. Okay. Just pop that out. We'll leave it like that for now. That one has a screw, this one doesn't have a screw. Interesting. And this just pops. One screw, could it be? So that's loose, and you could definitely feel this pop up, but I can't imagine how this would just have one screw. I guess so. Yeah, this side's coming loose already. getting tight there. You'd be surprised. Take a look at some of these stickers. Some you might have. This one I don't think you do, but make sure you could actually touch the sticker. Make sure you don't got a screw underneath there. But no, it looks like it's going. And in this case, I'm going to try to loosen it from this side and lift out, because whenever you got jacks and USBs that power that, it's not going to pop right out because that's kind of sunk in. So we want to loosen the opposite side, right? And then it should kind of come out this way. Hopefully. It's pretty far out already. These things here, I have a feeling they have some type of function, but yeah, there we go. Again, always the philosophy is find the weak spot. It's not a matter of prying and then just, manhandling it apart. Just just baby it, a couple times over to the left, to the right, up, down, around. So you find the weak spot. You don't break pins, parts. Now we're going to try to see if we can get it open this way, because now you got two flexes. Once you get it open, take a look, because you got two flexes there for the LCD. All right, so see now I pulled it off to the side and popped open. So we got this pretty well opened up. Got the drive right there, and we want to take a look at frankly, I'm not even gonna mess around with this, with the LCD cables, because we're just gonna pop this hard drive off, test it, and if it's a drive, we're gonna pop one in there. We're gonna be good to go. So I just need to set this up. There. And this has a battery. Let's disconnect that. Pretty nice machine, right? An all-in-one that's kind of portable because it's so light. You could swing it under your arm and take it over a friend's house. I think you can kind of lay it flat and play games on it, just flat like that. Alright, so let's see what's going on with this drive. Okay, so it's just a regular, super slim Seagate drive. Alright, so I'm gonna go test this drive on another. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna test it right here on this computer right here. Let's swing up. So we're gonna test it right here on this unit. So I got a dock here. I do. So I have another video where I go into the couple of different software you could use to check your drive. The primary one I use is called Hard Disk Sentinel. And what's good about that, that software is just it's gonna give you a lot of info, but it'll give you a number, 0 to 100, 100%, meaning perfect. 50, 60 means it's not good. And it's fairly accurate. I do rely on it. I'm pretty confident in it. If I get some weird numbers, then I'll use some Western Digital, Short Test, and another software called HD Tune. Also, I gotta have a video where we talk about all those three. And see if this drive comes up. Yeah, this drive is going to be so bad that it's going to take a while for even these testing software to even see it. Let's go to disk management and see if it's there. So when you get a hard drive that you feel it's in bad condition like that, you go to disk management. Disk management is taking there a while to put up. The Hard Disk Sentinel still trying to crank up. When they crank up, they're trying to read the drive. When you got a really bad drive, they just kind of are there testing, waiting. And the same thing with disk management, loading configuration, and it's just going to sit there. So that drive is pretty much shot. I will wait for this to come up. And if not, I will test it on another machine. So when I say it, if I tell a customer you need to replace your drive is bad, I like to have something more concrete to confirm that, right? So at least if I can't get anything from it, I'm going to put it on another machine. You don't want to have a glitch with your software, with your dock, and those kind of things, and then giving recommendations and diagnostics that are inaccurate, that it's really based on your tools or something like that that's going that's has a problem. Let's try a good old smart status. We can do that through, let's go to Western Digital. Western Digital has a test. Even though the drive is not a Western Digital drive, you can do this Western Digital Data Lifeguard Diagnostic. It's free. Go online and try that. So that's going to give you, that should pop up quick. It's a pretty basic program, so hopefully this one's going to come up. All right, so that one did come up. Right, so the drive is not even there. So I got two drives. One is my SSD, and the other one's a data drive that I have here. So the drive's not even on that list. Didn't even find it. So yeah, that drive is pretty shot. Yeah. So disk management's not coming up, and I'll show you. When I turn off the drive, you'll see disk management will come up, and the drive Sentinel will probably pop up as well. So turn that off, and immediately, right? Immediately hard drive Sentinel pops up, and immediately the disk management popped up. So that's a confirmation that the drive is holding up the whole all the software. And that's why it doesn't boot. We can't boot externally either, because again, when Windows starts, it's trying to read the devices, and it gets stuck trying to see what's going on with that drive. So that's that. I will throw it on another computer just to double check it, but it's a given. We got a bad drive there. We kind of had a heads up already. With this customer, so so we already had a quote for the for a 500 gig SSD. I'm gonna go with that Crucial MX500 right there. Gonna blow out these fans. Okay, here it comes. Going click. Now, of course, you could, pop in a drive there or boot it up externally now. Make sure it's working. That would be prudent. So that's your judgment call, depending on how you feel about the unit. If you don't feel confident it's working, just test it. We do that for the most part here, is test everything before. But for the sake of this video and for the sake of 11 o'clock at night, and for the sake of, I'm pretty sure that it's a bad drive before opening it, we're just gonna go with it. Bang. This is that's fine. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty solid. Yep. That is black. Sheesh. Dirty. Does it make a difference if you wipe it down? Is it going to work any better? No? Just a habit of doing, you know, quality work. If it's open, give it a little wipe down. Why not? I don't know. It's up to you. As far as the airflow, you definitely want to always clean that. That's a must because that is performance. But as far as these other little things, probably not a big deal. Here we already blew it out. Yep. That's going to be a wrap. It's that one screw holding the whole thing down. Wow. So I'm not going to snap it all into place, but we can right there just work with it just like that. We got no operating system now, but we should be able to boot externally, or better yet, we just go straight into the OS install. Why not? Let's just go straight into the OS install, but to do that, that side is going to have to go in. Okay. We do have a battery, but if you're going to do an OS installation, you're going to need some power, and let's crank it up. Actually, we're going to have to close it up because we're not going to get to this power button. Yep, we're not going to get to that power button as we close it up. Usually that's how it goes. You get a little spot that just won't cooperate. Got this little spot right here. And since this is the LCD, you don't want to push it too much. We're gonna have to open it up, see if there's something there. What is it? Sometimes you could have a clip that bent the wrong way. Alright, so what's gonna be is you want to get you want to slide in from the top end. That's what the deal is. There you go. So yeah, get that top end first. Because that has like a fish hook type clip. Get the top in and then the rest will snap in. There you go. Yep. Top in first. So let's see if that works. Yep. And then where's the screw is on this side, correct. And this is the last one that holds it in. Alright, so that's the way to, now that we took it apart and put it together, you got that screw right there in that corner. Try to lift it from the bottom first. Bottom sides, because that top is going to just pop right out once you get the bottom out. Take a look at it, make sure it's all the sides are in, which they are. Those little legs are in. We just got to re-glue that at the end. Re-glue that little guy back. There's our Lenovo logo. And there we go. So we got our windows up, and we're just going to go with a fresh install. So this unit now with an SSD is going to be super nice. They're going to be so happy with it. So a lot of times you think, well, I could just go buy another one. Well, the other one's going to cost, I don't know what, $700 or whatever it's going to cost. Where here, you know, just upgrading that SSD is going to make it ultra fast, ultra modern, everything. So upgrading your old computers, if you've got a good CPU, and if you got a whatever it is, laptop, desktop, if you got a good CPU, an i5 or better, and you're running on a conventional hard drive, upgrade that. It's going to be way cheap, half the price, or maybe less, less than half the price for sure, of upgrading to another computer. And it's going to perform, you know, pretty comparable because of the SSD. We're going. All right, so. All right, so this video is not about doing an OS install. So you can see there, reinstalling the operating system. It's going to be good to go. So the only thing left is put this little guy back in there, and it's a wrap. What else are we doing on this? That's it. Fresh installation. So again, this is what was this? The 21S Horizon 2S. That's what that is. What is that? Horizon 2S by Lenovo. And that's what's going on today at PC 911.